6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Otis, you crazy mother.
Not much, man. A lot of stuff going on.
Whew. You're telling me, man. A ton of stuff going on. How you doing, man?
That's right. You know, it's Sage the Mock.
Tell them where they could talk to you at.
Oh man, you can hit me up at man, I forgot. That's terrible. That vacation mode is lingering on to here, bro. Now you can get me at Sage the Mark on Twitter. That's where you can find me. What about you, Ben Goosen?
It's at Real Ben Goosen on Twitter, and you have to forgive me because it's I think it's a little bit later than we normally do this, and we got a lot of stuff to cover. And me and you are looking extra gray. I think the last time we did this, didn't we have a haircut or I had a hat or something like that?
I think we did, man. I'm gonna have to dye my hair or something, man. Shoot.
I'm gonna go with that bleach blonde Scott Steiner look. So, yeah, a lot to cover. For those of y'all that are listening out there. We do go live. We're going to Fish Owl next week. We're gonna have a little bit of changes to the layout. For now, layout should look pretty similar to what we got going on, but give props, leave some comments, do your thing on our intro video, just on any of our videos in general. Leave some comments, subscribe to the channel for sure. That way you get the YouTube, and we'll always put up on Twitter when we're about to go live or what time we're going to go live that day and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely hit us up on Twitter. Just give us your thoughts, like it, love it, hate the podcast, whatever. Just hit us up and whatever you think, just hit us up.
Yeah, and you can find all that great information. Our main hub right now is going to be at Real WrestleCast on Twitter. So, and appreciate all the support that everybody's given us in our pre-debut. So, we have recent followers here, which is pretty great. We got Bizwazi Kamakar, probably slaughtered that. German Andre has given us a lot of love. Tony Batiste, thanks so much for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. Without you guys, we would just be two dudes doing podcasts.
You know what we should do?
No viewers.
We'll have to figure it out. You know what we should do? We should do a maybe like a shout out of the week. We start the show off with some shout outs to some followers.
I like that idea. I like that. So I guess shout out for this week will be German Andre, man. The dude tweets and retweets and provides a lot of feedback. So thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're not trying to make huge money off this thing. It's more so just hanging out, talking with other wrestlers or wrestling fans and all that stuff. So, but on that note, we got a lot to get into. So where to start? State of Raw? What do you think? So give me maybe not a grade, but just tell me what you think on post-draft. So we talked about our draft, which you can check out on the YouTube channel, and what we thought of it and all that good stuff, and our predictions. But from then to now, just tell me your thoughts on Raw.
Yeah, man. First 2 weeks, they were coming out swinging pretty hard. Thought they hit them out of the park. Some great matches. A lot of aesthetic changes with the layouts of where the commentary is and the camera angles. So that was really what sticks out to me when we're looking at Raw. A lot of the people who weren't being taken seriously, are starting to be taken a bit more seriously. I'm loving the enhancement matches.
Local jobbers, baby.
Local jobbers, man. We've said it before. It's the pinnacle of wrestling, and it's good to see that piece of it's come back. The promos are sharper. The backstage segments are great. Although I think SmackDown is doing the backstage segments just a little bit better. But yeah, man, overall, Raw is so much better now than it was, say, 5 or 6 weeks ago. What about you?
Yeah, I agree, man. So I like the setup of it, how it looks, all that good stuff. I like it. Like, they're bringing back local jobbers. And SmackDown, I don't even think brings back local jobbers as much, but they're bringing back local jobbers. And I love how they're just feeding Braun Strowman these local jobbers. He's got his own kind of character going. Rusev, man.
Oh. Yo, prime time, man.
Where is this?
Prime time.
What, is this 2 weeks in a row he main evented Raw? Yeah, right?
Yeah. 2 weeks, man. And he is, this is the best work we've seen from Rusev, man. And it's not
Where
to
the
say
hell does
that,
this come from?
you know what? I don't think none of this stuff he's doing is scripted. I think
No,
that's
I thought he was talented the first go round when he was the big heel, and man, like, to main evented Raw twice, beat Cesaro fairly clean, or with a clean pin at the end. Even though Cesaro was a bit roughed up, the Sheamus interference, all that stuff, but I actually thought he was going to beat Reigns. I mean, maybe we'll get into that on my SummerSlam predictions, but yeah, I actually thought he was going to beat Reigns, but he's a heel. He's calling people stupid Americans, but he's having fun with it.
yeah.
And there's the added heat with him and Lana being married. So yeah, Rusev came out of nowhere.
Definitely. And Lana's back to old Lana where she's commanding fights and is really emotional. So I absolutely love that it appears that they're just letting them be them, like they originally were when they came in. So kudos to whoever allowed them to do that, because that's the Rusev that's the tank Rusev. That's the one that
Yes.
we've grown to love.
Yeah, and I like when he does the well, maybe I'm just tired. His finisher, Rusev Crush, the camel clutch.
Yeah,
But when he bends all the way back.
accolades.
That's
Yeah.
right. When he does the accolade, and he bends all the way back.
Modified accolade.
Nice
Yeah,
little twist.
that's pretty awesome.
Nice little twist on the move. But Finn Balor, I think they're bringing out the demon a bit quick. I mean, come on, dude's only been around 3 weeks.
Yeah, but this is SummerSlam, so I would probably have ejected if this was like Payback or
In your house.
in your house, or something like that, some small local one. But I think that for SummerSlam, being that it's going to be a mega show, it's going to start an hour earlier. I think that you have
I
to
didn't know
bring
that.
out. Yeah, it's going to start at like 6 Central, 7 Pacific, or 6.
Is that the pre-show starts at 6 or the show?
No, it's the show. So I think the show starts at 5 Central. Yeah, I think it starts at 5 Central, 6 Eastern, if I'm not mistaken.
Or
And
something
then the
like that,
pre-show's
yeah.
before. Yeah, so
Either which way,
it's
it's 4 hours, like WrestleMania is.
going to be 4-hour show. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So
That's a lot of wrestling to watch on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
it's been a lot of wrestling for the
Saturday,
month.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if you include the oof. I'm gonna be a wrestling mark this week. Yeah, I think it's going good. Tag team division's warming up. I like that Anderson and Gallows kind of got their own thing going on. They're not they got their own thing. Like, it's not all about them in the club anymore. It's just about these two dudes are bad guys and they're a tag team. That's the end of it.
Yeah, no, low gimmick on them. And dude, Carl Anderson is just shining, man. The dude is just shining. And
Yeah, he's super talented.
yeah, definitely super talented, man. And I love the doctor.
Yeah. You can tell those dudes are having fun.
Yes, they are. And it's good, this dude was Gallows was what, Festus, and no one
Yeah.
ever took this dude serious, and now like he's he's up there in the mid card. So in
He's
tag
tanned.
team, yeah, and yeah, he is a little bit tan. So, but kudos to falling off the wagon, going and reinventing yourself, and coming back and just being entertaining. So
Yeah, and he's not one of those dudes who left and badmouthed, badmouthed the company. Like, I'm the victim. You guys didn't know how to work me. He went out, like you said, just found a character that kind of primed his talent and stuff. So I think the
yeah,
women's division's going pretty strong. I think that Sasha's going to die in about 6, 7, 8 weeks in the ring, finish her
yeah,
career, and land on her head and break her neck.
yeah. She's got to stop taking these crazy ass bumps, man. There's just no, yeah,
No,
it's no
they're
reason
not
for
good bumps. They're not accidents. They're just she does crazy stuff. Entertaining,
Yeah,
but
it is entertaining, but you got to think of your health first. And with no Sasha Banks. Just saying.
yeah, yeah, I could feel you on that. But yeah, Charlotte's on a whole nother game.
Yeah, so, Charlotte is probably one of my favorite heels of all time. That's how great she is right now. She's just like on another level. Um, yeah, she's on another level. So kudos to her and crafting that piece of it out. Um, she's good stuff, man. She's just doing great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and it's a matter of time before like her and Nia Jax and all them get their run of the mill and stuff.
Yep.
So Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho.
Was it Jericho?
Oh, that's
Oh
great.
man, yes, those guys are freaking hilarious. They got it,
Yeah,
you know.
those two dudes know what. And to me, this is just a short-term thing for. I think I don't know. Maybe they didn't have anything for Kevin Owens to do coming out of the Sami Zayn feud, so they figured, let's not pass the opportunity to team him up with Chris Jericho for a few months and have these two guys just heal it up.
Yeah, and Jericho seems to be a bit more comfortable now than he was in this type of role than when he was like with AJ. So
Yeah, yeah,
um, he's doing some of the greatest work that I've seen him, and he doesn't have to compete and doesn't have to wrestle to be entertaining. And that's what I love about wrestling in itself, is there so many facets of wrestling to make it a good product. It doesn't
hmm
always have to be in-ring work, it could just be funny segments, and that's kind of what I missed. I think they were trying too hard in the ring with the 15-minute talking
yeah,
segments, and now they're getting back to the backstage segments, and they cut really really good promos, man. I mean, Jericho arguably probably did a better job than Enzo and Cass in that last exchange.
Well, Enzo's definitely the mouthpiece
Definitely.
of Enzo and Cass. So, what do you think about how Enzo and Cass are doing?
I think they're doing pretty well. I'm kind of glad that they took them out of the main
Title hunt, yeah,
title hunt right now, because I really thought that it was too soon. And then with Enzo taking all these crazy bumps, he's another one. He's just doing too much too soon. No, I thought it was a good idea that they shifted them away. With that being said, they're still censoring Enzo's dance, which is still ticking me off. And it's not. I've had an opportunity to actually watch it live versus watch it on Hulu, and it seems like they do the same thing there. Like, as soon as he starts to go with the fists up and
yeah.
arms up, and then goes down, it's like they pan away from him. And I wish I could find some kind of explanation as to why that dance is not appropriate. Like the stuff that they say, talking about penises and stuff like that, that's
Yeah, all
okay,
those
but
jokes. Well,
yeah.
Gallows and Anderson have a running joke about hitting somebody in the nuts.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand how his dance is inappropriate. Like, that dance is like, it's great. You know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah.
know. The WWE is kind of notorious for doing those things. So
Yeah, looks like it's the riding the bike dance. No, it's got an official name. I forget the name of it. But he's bought in the Running Man, so we can't knock the dude. He's got some moves and some sweet J's.
Yeah, definitely. And you know that it's going to be very difficult for them to censor that at Brooklyn, being that that's his home. So if you guys have not seen the dance because all they do is just cut it, be sure to watch SummerSlam. WWE, you can thank me later, like Drake says.
You know what? Matter of fact, as soon as the cast is over tonight, I'll put up a GIF of it.
Okay, I
I'll
like
post a
that.
GIF. So go follow at Real Ben Goose and see this dance we're talking about. It cracks me up.
That's
And
right.
I think we did it at NXT, or one of us might have did it when we went to NXT a couple weeks ago. But would you say that who's the most over? Oh, who is the most over on Raw? Whether it's a person, tag team, whatever.
The most over. Uh,
Got to be Enzo and Cass.
yeah, well, more so Enzo than Cass, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I would. Eh, I don't know, man. I think Seth may be just a little bit more over than he is. I mean, dude,
Yeah,
still
he's
his
stepped it up too.
his yeah, his reactions is great. His I mean, he's the number one draft pick for a reason. I don't think that kayfabe out, man. That like the dude is talented on all levels, and it shows. So I would say it would be, it'd be the man followed by Enzo in close second.
Maybe a Finn Balor is third.
Nah, man, Finn's like behind Sasha, bro. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
is that a bad thing?
Uh, it is only because the casual user or doesn't really or has not full moveset is full the
Hmm.
Demon King, the Demon King, and
Hmm.
this was kind of a cheat mode because they debuted the Demon King in Corpus Christi in Texas. If you anywhere in Texas, everybody in Texas knows like the crowd this week versus the crowd last week is like night and day.
Oh, by
So
far.
uh, Texas, Philadelphia, Chicago, New York, like all these crowds are like they'll mark the heck out. So I think that it was smart for them to debut it now because
Yeah.
going into Brooklyn, it's going to be amplified like 10 or 15 times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hope they do something special with his entrance rather than just a little bit of smoke. So,
Yeah, so I don't think that how we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
yeah.
version here. I don't think that they're going to do anything. Like I know that they could do the whole gangs in New York kind of thing over there if they wanted to,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't think that we're going to get that version of the Demon King.
Not yet.
Only because like this is a raw introduction into him, and which I have to say that they did a great job doing that storytell. I thought that storytell, both from Rollins and from Finn Balor, was just fantastic. It was amazing. It was great. It was better than anything that I've seen on TV to like introduce a character, let
Mhm.
alone an alter ego. So kudos to the writing staff and anyone else who was involved in that project.
Yeah. No, I thought it was cool because it was definitely. So I wish he was a little bit more over because he's getting a title shot already. But it was definitely the past probably 2 weeks have been we know not everybody that watches Raw and that comes to Raw knows who Finn Balor is because not everyone watches NXT. So how do we explain who he is? So I actually like that they went to and explained who Finn Balor is and what the name means, and plus when he's the demon, he's the Demon King now. So he's not just, oh yeah, here's Finn Balor with some face paint, aka the Demon face paint. He's the Demon King. So
Hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. Um, not gonna lie, when he came out on Raw, part of me thought, why are they showing this now? Why don't they just wait till SummerSlam? But if you wanted to know what Finn Balor looked like, if you cared about it, you've already seen him. So it was a good.
Yeah, it was a smart play just because this is obviously the guy, right? This is the guy that they want to lead the future generations for the next 5 or 10 years or so. So it's important for him to get over, especially because only the indie guys really know who, like the indie fans, the IWC community, really knows who Finn Balor is, Prince Devitt is. So now it's time to introduce him. And if you give the fans, the casual fans, a character that they can get behind, it's much easier to get a guy over that way. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, but I thought it was pretty good. What don't you like about Raw? We already covered that. No, we didn't, right?
no, I mean we really just talked about the best Raw. I don't really have very many criticisms. Other than the Hulu cuts have been pretty terrible. Well, it's not as bad, but I guess no Nia Jax on the Hulu cuts.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see the second or the third squash match with Braun Strowman, which I thought was terrible. Like that's not something I would have cut. Yeah, I would have cut off the Pokemon Go stuff, but I wouldn't have necessarily have done the same thing um with the Braun Strowman one, because I mean it's action, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, God, the who I don't understand how the cuts can be so much worse on Raw than they are on SmackDown. And maybe it's because it's a 3-hour show and there's not much to cut on SmackDown, but the cuts just seem a little bit more heavier in the wrong direction on Raw. So I guess that's my main criticism.
Yeah. Yeah. And I partially agree, man. I think Michael Cole's pretty rough these days, but he's stepped his game up a bit. I like the addition of Corey Graves. He's
Man, don't get me
knowledgeable.
started on commentary, man. Yeah, the commentary, you're right, man. I'm with you. Commentary on Raw is pretty good, but especially with Corey Graves being there. SmackDown's a whole new other issue, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Let's talk. Well, SmackDown. I think SmackDown's. I think it's been pretty good. Good wrestling based show. I like having Dean with Dolph. Dean's kind of got a chip on his shoulder, kind of heel, kind of playing. He's not a heel, but he's kind of playing a heel role. This week on SmackDown, I loved. I've liked their interchanges a lot. Like you don't have to have them wrestle in, mixed tag matches or tag matches where them two team up and all that stuff and fight somebody else. But I actually like just their interactions because Dean has the crazy thing, and Dolph has that. I've been around. I am really this good. Chip on his shoulder. Like I told you the other week, man, he's gonna. I predict he'll be a big Dolph. I predict he'll be a big heel on SmackDown. Might even be the number one heel on SmackDown because he can do it in the ring. He's a decent enough on the mic, but I think I see a Dolph Ziggler heel turn coming in a week or two. But that super kick he gave Ambrose out of nowhere was pretty legit.
Slap that taste out his mouth,
Dude,
right?
so do you remember in the Attitude Era when Bret Hart was in the ring talking to Shawn Michaels in the
The
wheelchair?
wheelchair?
Yes. And Shawn
Good
Michaels
call,
super
bro.
kicked the crap out of him. And Bret just stumbled back like in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's what that what Ziggler did in that moment reminded me of that Shawn Michaels. And obviously it was legendary because you remembered it. I didn't even have to say anything. You remembered it.
You're absolutely right, man. Like that, and that, yeah, dude, and yeah, like straight out of Shawn Michael playbook, man. That was good, and that would be good to see Dean and Dolph have like that kind of camaraderie, that kind of feud, like the Bret and Shawn, because we really don't have that right now in WWE in any format. I think the closest thing to that right now is Asuka and Bailey right now, because that kind of how they're doing it in NXT.
Yeah, and that's coming up too. So yeah, I think SmackDown's going good. It's good to see the tag teams, the Hype Brothers, Fandango and Tyler Breeze. I wish they would have called him just like most people out there for Breeze. But that's all right. It's a little copyrighted term.
That's right, man.
Yeah,
Love that remix. That remix intro music that they got going. That's pretty good. That's actually the first time I've seen Breezango in the ring.
Yeah, they're decent. They get the job done.
Yeah, I love it, man. SmackDown's giving them a resurgence, which I absolutely love.
Oh yeah. Till you hear about Shelton Benjamin going down with an injury, that kind of set me back a bit, but it's all right. Like named Black Rollins, like we were talking about on Twitter last week. You said he's injured, and I said it's cool. He's Black Rollins, so he gets my Black Rollins Black Neville Award of the week.
Nice.
That's I'm just gonna call it that. Whoever I think has a white or black or whatever counterpart in the wrestling industry, I'm just gonna call him like that. Call it like it is. So hopefully Shelton he gets better and all that. I'd love to see what he's still got in there because he was real entertaining a bit before his time back in the day. But I mean, we'll see. It'll be nice to see him and American Alpha on the same show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely do, man. I can't wait to. Hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. I had somewhat of a similar injury to what he has. It took me about 6-7 months to fully get it back together and where I was able to be active again. You know, with him being as more athletic than I am, hopefully he'll be back in about 6 to 8 months. So, yeah. So definitely, I think he would be an excellent addition. And honestly, like by the time he comes back, and get Kurt Angle, which would be ready prime time for Rumble. Like it's starting to look pretty good.
We'll see. Yeah, I'd love to see Kurt just as a manager, but I don't know if I want to see him wrestle. Wouldn't mind seeing old Matt Hardy come into the action too. And I'm talking about broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah,
Broken Matt Hardy could join WWE for 2 weeks. That's it.
broken Matt Hardy, man. The dude's on another level. Like I am a I'm back into TNA, man. Like we're gonna open up a separate channel for us to start talking about TNA because Matt is single-handedly brought me back to TNA, which is great. And then with the addition of Sandow being there,
Yeah.
Aaron, aka Aaron Rex, definitely excited. I think that they can really change the game, do great stuff there with the way that they're going right now. And AC3 is not that bad, man. I'm actually
Yeah. They have a good crop. Good crop right now. So talk to me about commentary. Like it,
Oh
love it, or hate
man.
it.
Okay, so all right, first off, let me just put my 2 cents in about SmackDown because I didn't really get to talk about it. But overall, I'm actually enjoying SmackDown more than I am Raw. And I want to see if anyone echoes that sentiment. So I'm going to put up a poll on our Twitter page at Real WrestleCast. So just go ahead and let us know. Do you enjoy SmackDown more than you are Raw? But yes, I am definitely enjoying SmackDown more than I am Raw. The backstage segments are great. Baron Corbin, like week after week, just poaching. What's the guy's name?
Sin Cara
Sin
or
Cara
Callisto.
or Kalisto?
Yeah.
Yes, poaching Kalisto, just like grabbing him out of nowhere, and just like beating the hell out of him. Like fantastic, man. I'm absolutely enjoying that. The backstage segments with the commissioner and
GM, yeah.
the GM, short, but sweet to the point, and then we don't see them the rest of the show. Absolutely love that. Perfect. The intros are, I like the little statistics that they have on the right.
Love it. Yeah.
Love it, and they are changing every week, like different stats and different get to know you kind of thing. So absolutely great. The women's division is like no title there, but the women's division is great. And shout out to Straight Fire Becky Lynch. I tune in every week just to see Becky do that, and I absolutely love it. So the power ups that they're doing are really, really great. The one gripe that I will say that I have is the commentary team. Aside
Really?
from yes, I mean Morrow's great, so this has nothing to do with Morrow, but I absolutely had it at the main event when John Cena and Alberto Del Rio were wrestling. Tell me who's the heel commentary here, because I don't know. Like the only heel person I heard on commentary was AJ Styles, and the other two commentaries that are supposed to be heel commentaries, JBL and Otunga, they was on
Yeah.
John Cena, and that dude, that was pissing me off, bro. Like Otunga was coming out of left field, like, are you jealous of John Cena?
Ugh.
John Cena's a 15-time world champ. What have you done? You only been here for 3 months. What have you done? Why do we have to get any respect from you? Are you flipping kidding me? Like, you don't know who this guy is and what he's done? There's life outside of WWE, and the only person that's on that commentary table that is actually acknowledging that is Morrow.
Yeah,
In
I
fact,
agree.
it was getting so terrible that Morrow actually had to like interject himself to ask AJ, what do you think about the match so far and things of that nature. But then, like after that, like Atunga just started coming back at it, like, are you prepared to go and go to the cancer wards and sit and take pictures with the kids? Are you prepared to do that, AJ? Like, dude, like, get off. Like, are you going to stick to what you're good at, which is obviously not commentary? Go back to law or do something, but you don't belong on that commentary table, bro. If you, this is to you, Otunga, if you are a heel commentary, stick to being a heel commentary, especially if you have a heel competitor that's guest star there. Your job is to promote him, not to promote John Cena, who you only wrestled with like 2 times. Give me a flipping break. Dude, they need to get this dude off, man. I hate to sound like, other people or other podcasters that get irate about this, but this is definitely something that's just pissing me off. Like you've got 2 people in the ring. You got a heel, you got a face wrestler, and your commentary is supposed to help build them up. How are you going to sit there and tear down the heel wrestler while he's sitting there just defending himself? Like, come on, man, please. I'm just sick of it, man. But that's the only gripe I have, man. That commentary it's got to be rearranged. Do bring in Tom Phillips, and I'd rather, if you want to do Two-Face heel or Two-Face, replace Otunga with Tom Phillips, because Tom Phillips will do a better job than that dude does, because all he does is, and that's it. So that's all I got to say about that, man. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm pissed.
You know what? I just thought of something.
You get
Right.
nothing.
Fire.
Good day, sir.
That's what that gets.
That's right.
You know what? We're going to have a new segment. We got 2 new segments just on today's show. We've done like 4 of these podcasts, and we're a week away just coming up with segments. And that, ladies and gentlemen, right there is the On Blast Person of the Week. Each and every week, and by we, I'd probably mean Sage the Mark, is going to put someone on blast, and you get the On Blast. You know what?
You get nothing.
That's
You
right.
lose.
That's
Good
right.
day, sir.
That's what you get. That is exactly what you get. That is what you get. That is
Done.
what
That's what you get, Otunga.
I'm sorry, David Otunga. You get the official On Blast Award of the week.
Get off. Becky needs to go in and give him the Bexplex, because she needs to give him that straight fire, because that dude needs something, man.
Yo, that's great.
Dude. So, hey, quick 2 questions. So, what did you think about Naomi's entrance, and what do you think about Eva Marie?
So I think Eva Marie is beautiful, and she is a godsend, and I love everything they are doing with her. I think because we all know she ain't the greatest in the ring, and WWE's not trying to force it down our throats, but they're playing and having fun with it. They're playing it as in this girl. I don't know about anymore, but this girl's got a contract, and she's definitely here for her looks, and she's maybe not that great in the ring. Maybe I'm sure she's improved. I mean, she's put some work in, but they're having fun, and they're basically trolling everybody. Because even at the draft, when her name popped up, people were like, ugh. And she got booed. So she could be a huge, especially in today's world where the women are actually pretty and they are very good wrestlers. They're not. It's not just about looks anymore.
Yep.
But then you get this girl who's pretty. She's real good looking, but she's not that as good as the others in the ring. But if you doctor that up, and maybe they'll give her a manager or something, or a valet, or like an enforcer like a Nia Jax or something, to where she doesn't have to be great in the ring, but she cheats to win. She's not afraid to coward out of a match. So I love what they're doing with her, and I like the entrance. They're trolling the WWE universe,
I love it.
and Naomi, man, when I saw that entrance, I was like, who is this? Who? I don't even know this person. Did I forget somebody who got drafted? Did Alexa Bliss get a new song?
Mm-hmm.
And I dug it for some reason, man. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying, right?
If you would have, I dug it. I dug it. If the music was good, so mad props to CFO dollar sign or however you pronounce it. But it was a good song.
Remix.
They even said that she used to be, was it Falcons or the Cowboys or Orlando Magic or something like that?
I
A
think it was
Orlando Magic cheerleader or in their dance squad or whatever. But so they looped that in. Plus, I mean, she's a natural. When you see her, she's an athletic person.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought when I saw it, I was like, you know what, that's good. Because if not, she just would have came out to, whatever she came out with the gimmick with Tamina and all that. And it was just a nice change. Now she's got her own thing going. She ain't hanging out with the Usos or anything like that. She's separated from them. They did that thing already. So no, good for her. And the IWC rags on her a little bit, but I actually think she's decent in the ring. She's not bad. What about you? What do you think?
Dude, I absolutely loved it. I liked her as a heel wrestler. I know that she didn't want to be a heel wrestler, but thought she was phenomenal as a heel wrestler. But her coming back as a face is pretty great as well. I can't remember what the count is. I think with Alexa Bliss there now, we've got a pretty half even split between the faces and the heels, so that's good. But yeah, dude, I enjoyed it, man. I liked the remix of her song. I liked that she was throwing out merch to the crowd and shirts too, and
Mm-hmm.
she got into the ring, and then they did the whole in and out, and the colors were so vibrant and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Hopefully it'll be like a tearaway suit or something like that, so that way
Yeah.
it's not. I think she had a full body suit there just because they knew that she wasn't going to wrestle or kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
great repackaging. So I can't wait to see what they do with her going forward. So, big shout out. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I thought that was good. But yeah, SmackDown's good. I know we'll get into SummerSlam and some Takeover predictions, but let's predict who's going to fail a drug test.
Doping in the WWE.
I don't. So Del Rio, Paige, and Eva. We'll pick a drug. What drug did they do? Well, what did they fail for? What do you think? And I asked you the same thing about Brock, and I think we talked about John Jones failing as well. So, what do you think these guys and gals failed for?
God, I honestly, man, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something to do with hormone injections or whatever. Like, I can't imagine Eva Marie like taking steroids. Like, I just can't. I don't know. And I've heard some reports of her husband, Jonathan Cole, saying something of, that when we find out what it was that she got popped for, that everyone's going to be like upset or something like that. So it leads me to believe that maybe prenatals or something like that, or I don't know. Yeah, it could be a prenatal supplement or something like that might have came up in there, and that'd be a shame, man, because like I'm actually now starting to come around to Eva Marie. But I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Man.
What are your thoughts about the whole thing?
I think the Paige and Del Rio thing is, I think it was maybe some weed or recreational drug because Paige is young. She doesn't need to be taking supplements because she's still young enough to burn off, weight and all that good stuff. And Del Rio, he looks great for being close to 40, or maybe he is 40, but he's looked great. He looked that good at ROH when I went, and he's been back in the WWE for quite a while now. So, and he's looked just as good the entire time. So if he hasn't failed a drug test up until now, I don't think it's anything he's taking. I just think maybe him and Paige went on a little vacay together and smoked something a little bit sticky, and that was it wasn't out of their system fast enough. And then Eva Marie, I think I could see her taking diet pills, but on Total Divas, I think she's even anti-drinking, anti-smoking. And she's pretty
straight
adamant
edge?
about it. Yeah, very much so. Very well.
Okay.
Very much so. So I don't think I think she'd be picky about doing anything like intentionally, but hopefully it works out all right. If not, then they're going to end up getting the Roman Reigns D push.
Yeah, I don't know. With Del Rio, I don't know if he's unhappy, and this kind of begs the question, like, if you're unhappy with your contract or with the way your character is being developed and no one wants to listen to you, do you then just fail a drug test, get suspended, and somehow get out of your contract that way? Like, is that even a possibility? Is that are we going to start seeing things like that going forward? What do you think?
I said it's an easy way out without getting sued or being bound by the contract. You just do some minor level drugs. It's not going to hurt you. And I mean, I don't know if there's like hardcore no competing, clauses or anything like that, or if there's rules about, because I think if you fail the 3, you get fired. So I don't know, man. Luckily, Del Rio and Paige they weren't in any storylines, so there's not that big of an impact to them being gone for a month. Maybe they were burnt out and just figured, what, if we fail a drug test, we get a month off of work. Eva Marie, I don't know. She was just in the middle of starting her career, so I don't know. I don't know. I think there's more to come. We'll see.
Yeah, I got to get a handle on this because it's starting to get out of hand.
Oh yeah. Well, between Brock, if you look at the past, 45 days? No, 60 days, give or take. You have Brock and Reigns, 2 of your biggest, and then 3 other pieces. You've had 5 drug test failures. You can't have that.
Connor was one of them too, wasn't he? Fandango, not Fandango.
Yeah, I forgot about Connor.
Rose, Adam Rose.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, it's getting to be a bit out of hand, and I'm wondering if any of these were smoking some pot, because I don't know how I feel about that. Like, there's far much stuff that's more detrimental to your health than smoking pot.
Alcohol's way worse.
Yeah,
way worse. And I guess I don't think they should legalize. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole nother situation, man. I'm not taking sides on one way or the other. I'm just saying that, there's much more destructive legal things that these athletes are allowed to do, and to actually, get suspended for smoking pot just seems kind of weak. And I get it that, you're a publicly traded company and this impacts your shareholders. Like, I get that, but I mean, it's not like the first that we hear about this is like pictures are coming up on the internet. Like, you guys are controlling it. Like, it's coming from you. It's not coming from any other source. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And I wish they would go a little bit more public on their wellness policy. Just at least give us some context. Yeah. I know. Yeah. It's
HIPAA. Well, you
yeah.
can't.
Yeah, it's HIPAA. Yeah, you're right.
privacy. So let's get into NXT Takeover, and then we'll get into SummerSlam because we're running short on time. So
Yep.
luckily NXT will be quick. So Ember Moon versus Billie Kay is going to start out NXT Takeover. So who do you got, Ember Moon or Billie Kay?
That's gotta be a no-brainer, man. Ember, I've never heard or seen Ember Moon, but I've never. Let me say that back. I've never seen Ember Moon, but I've heard a lot of things about her, and she is kind of like the second coming of Asuka.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Billie Kay is not going to win this match. Just like the same thing with Tyler Breeze and Ty Dillinger. You know, they basically came to lay down for them. So, which is a shame in a way because Billie Kay, I really do like her wrestling style. I would probably much rather have seen, I don't know, Daria go against Ember Moon than Billie Kay. So, and Daria debuted on Wednesday, and it was fantastic, and it was
I can watch it.
glorious.
I'll have to go
Yes,
watch
you
it.
gotta go watch that if you guys haven't seen that. But yeah, so this Saturday, I'm excited to see those two. I think it will be a pretty great match, and this will be Billie Kay's first pay-per-view. So she's moving up pretty quick too, man. I mean, she was on SmackDown a couple weeks ago. She's consistently on NXT now,
Billie
and
Kay?
yeah, Billie Kay.
Did she lose? Was she like a jobber or something?
Yeah, she jobbed to someone, but I think she jobbed to someone, but she was like,
Huh.
it wasn't like a job, but it was, she laid down.
Yeah.
But
So what about No Way Jose and Austin Aries?
oh man, that's gonna be a knockout, drag out fight. You want to see No Way Jose win this one, but Austin Aries is due a win. My money's on Austin Aries for the win on that one, but
Same here.
it's interesting how they built this one up. They haven't had very many confrontations and fights, maybe one or two at the beginning of last month,
Mhm.
and then all of it's just been kind of build up behind the scenes kind of stuff. So should be a pretty entertaining match. I got Austin Aries winning this one.
Same here. I do, especially since he lost to was it Nakamura at the last
Yes.
takeover in Dallas?
Yeah, that was a good match too.
No, it wasn't Dallas. I forget where. No, Dallas was Nakamura, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
But either which way, I digress. The
It
revival,
was on NXT.
Gargano and Ciampa.
Oh man, I honestly I don't know. My gut is telling me that the revival is going to retain.
Same
It
here.
just doesn't make like I don't know. Eh, Honestly, if Champa and Gargano lose, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up on Raw within the next couple of weeks when they debut at the end of September when they debut the Cruiserweight Classic. Because I think that once Gargano is out of the Cruiserweight Classic, then that's kind of where they're going to shift those guys.
Okay. And what about Andrade Almas versus Cien Almas versus Bobby Roode?
Glorious! I will be
Yeah.
there. I will be there. Yeah, that's a no-brainer, man.
Yeah. Is this I'm so far behind on NXT. Is this Bobby Roode's first match?
Is this his debut
It is,
match?
right?
Yes, it is
Yeah,
definitely
he's
so.
definitely winning this. Asuka and Bailey. Asuka.
Oh man,
Should we just go to the next one? I know we're both saying Asuka, right?
I don't know, man. Um, oof. So this is the problem that I have with this match here, man. Um, I can't see Bailey going to the main roster. I think that
Yeah, that's the issue right there.
for whatever reason, her and Ty Dillinger they're ready. Like they're better than they are at the top of the class that just graduated, and yet they are still in NXT, and I don't know why. If dude, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Asuka because that's seems like they're gearing her towards Ember Moon, but I wouldn't if Bailey wins, like I, I think that I don't think she's gonna ever get called up, man.
Well, if she wins, you can continue the feud because then they're pretty much
It's a
1-1.
rubber match.
Yeah, yeah. Then you have the rubber match, which makes a bunch. I actually see Asuka winning it this week, and I think my girl Daria, that I tweeted at, is the future GOAT. I think that she's going to be the one because she brings toughness to, and that's what you need to be able to fight against Asuka. So in the main event, we have Sage the Mark against Ben Goose. No, I'm kidding. The main event, we got Nakamura and
Good, bro.
Samoa Joe for the NXT title. So walk me through that one. Who's winning that one?
Oh man. Hmm. To be honest with you, I honestly do think that Shinsuke is going to win this one, not because I'm marking out and I'm a fan, but I think that they are going to fast track Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode would most logically be the next guy online to fight him, and I don't think a Roode versus God, with the names today,
Samoa
Roode
Joe.
versus Samoa Joe is anywhere in the cards at all.
No, not now.
Yeah, if history has shown anything in NXT right now is that the TNA guys do not cross paths. The main TNA guys are not crossing paths with each other. So I think that
Oh,
that's
absolutely not.
how
Yeah,
they're going to
good
keep
point.
it. So
Great point. Well, all right, on to Survivor Series or SummerSlam. So
it's Turkey Day already, bro.
weird. So Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi versus Natalia and Alexa Bliss, because Eva Marie is not in that match.
Have they officially pulled her from the card?
They have to. She just got suspended,
Damn.
and they announced the suspension, so she's gone.
Wow.
They're not
Okay.
going to Roman Reigns it and let her win this weekend and suspend her.
Yeah, now that I remember, I don't think I heard them mention anything on SmackDown about the match. Like Becky said it was going to be a six woman match, but yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
Are there even more
I
than 6 girls on SmackDown? That's all of them, right?
yeah, they
Carmella, Becky, and Naomi.
Carmella, Becky, Naomi, Natalia, Alexa Bliss, Foxy's on there too.
Oh, then they'll probably just throw in Alicia Fox. That's right, because Alicia Fox just fought. I'm an idiot. She just fought on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, I guess Alicia Fox will just fill in.
Yeah.
You know, she's happy getting that paycheck.
For show.
Faces are going to win this one. Now that Eva Marie's out of the picture, faces are winning this one.
Yeah, you're probably right. Dude, honestly, like, I just want to see a sparkle splash and a straight fire, and that's
All
it.
right.
And my day will be complete with that match.
Yeah,
I'll love the match. Don't get me wrong, but I just need to see those two, and that match is a success for me.
I'll tell you what. I think faces will win with Carmella getting the pin. It's in New York. Carmella will win it.
So, quick question, man. What do you think about the Code of Silence?
What's the Code of Silence?
That's her signature move. So
All right.
it's basically like she uses her legs as a headlock.
Oh, yeah, I like it. No, I like it. Yeah. You're not a fan?
I don't know if I'm not a fan of the move or if I'm not a fan of the naming convention. Like I can't tell which one bothers me the most. I think I just don't like the name of it. Yeah, the Code of Silence. I don't like it. Just like I don't like Twisted Bliss. Like I get why they changed it to Twisted Bliss, but I like the Sparkle Splash. I thought it was.
Yeah, they're all a play on words. They'll grow on you. Like,
Yeah.
I thought, what name? There was some finisher I thought, like, oh man, that's the dumbest name ever.
The Unprettier.
Yeah, stuff like that. I'm like, what? Why would you call this the unprettier? Yeah, or what was it? I know I've thought of some terrible names. Either which way, I mean, it'll come to me. Like 619, I thought was dumb, but Cesaro versus Sheamus. So this is the first match of a best of 7. Because to me, when you lose 2 matches in a row, Sheamus, nothing says this feud is continuing like a best of 7. So I don't know why they're going best of 7 if Sheamus just lost twice, but I guess I got Sheamus in this one. I mean, he just
Sheamus got to win this one, man. He's lost 3 straight. So I'm actually liking this feud, to be honest with you. I like their chemistry inside the ring. I just hope that we get at least 1 or 2 gimmicky matches, like, no holds barred or street fight or something like that, because it just would be interesting to see more than just a mat match with these two. I think that they could do so much more. So.
Yeah, and you also don't want it to get old. So, this is great. Miz versus Black Neville. Miz versus Black Neville.
We get a new champ, bruh.
Ew.
As much as I hate to say it, because I'm loving Miz and I'm loving his wife. That sounded wrong. I'm loving Miz and I'm loving the work that Maurice is doing right now. Like they've been one of the most entertaining things on SmackDown. But I do think that they are going to give up that belt.
So I got Miz winning it just because if he holds it for a while, it'll add some validity to the belt, just like any long title holder.
He's had it for like 6 months, at least.
Has he really? Has it been that long?
Dude, yeah,
close.
Man.
He won it on April 4th. It was the day after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, the dude.
Beat Zack Ryder, remember?
Yeah, that's right. Day after WrestleMania. That's how he got. So it's coming up on 6 months, man.
Yeah, you're right. Just about 4.5, 5 months.
Yeah.
Enzo and Cass versus Jericho and Owens. I think we kind of hinted at that one. Enzo and Cass are going over in that one. They're in New York.
Yeah, they're gonna go over. I'd be shocked if they don't go over. Not surprised, but I would be shocked if they don't go over.
What about Rusev and Roman Reigns for the title?
I don't know. My gut is telling me that Rusev's going to relinquish the title so that they can go on their honeymoon. And then when he gets back, he'll get the title back. So maybe they'll have like a stipulation match or something like that. Ideally, I would love for Rusev to win it. However, at some point, we got to stop having Roman Reigns jobbing out to people. So,
yeah, I think that since Reigns won on Raw, I think he's going to lose this week. I don't know if he's going to lose clean or whatever, but I picture him losing. And Sasha and Charlotte.
I don't know, man. Like, I seriously, I don't know. Like, my guy is telling me that Sasha's going to lose that belt, bro. I don't want her to. I would love to see a transformation from face to heel because I think a heel Sasha Banks is so much better. But I could see Dana Brooke interfering, maybe doing a what do they call it, a face turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Although the way that Raw ended, I don't think that that's going to happen. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte for the win.
Okay.
I want Sasha to win, but I think Charlotte's gonna win it.
And what about? Yeah, I've got Charlotte too. Cena and Styles. Cena. Anytime any pay-per-view match you ever ask me if Cena's going to win, I'm just going to pick Cena. Even though AJ just lost at the last pay-per-view, even though it was a tag match, so I'll give him that. But AJ took the pin. But yeah, Cena always wins. Cena beats everybody. He never has lost in his entire life.
That's a problem.
So
that's a problem. Nah, man. AJ's winning this one. It's
You think the feud will continue?
nope. I don't. I think that Cena is going to lose. I think they'll shake hands, and then we're going to see him feud with someone else. Like, I think this is it for John Cena. He's going to go into his Legends contract. Not saying that there actually is one, but I think that he's
Yeah.
going to have a reduced schedule after SummerSlam. So it'll be a good match, but he's not winning. He's not walking out of
Mhm.
Brooklyn with the W.
What about Lesnar and Orton?
Call me crazy, man. Team Blue.
Yep, I'm going Orton too for the upset. Surprise upset, plus Brock just failed a drug test. I just think
Yeah.
he's going to
Now we're going to suspend you, damn it.
yeah, I think it does more
There's your
for
Vincent Kennedy McMahon impression that you were looking for 2 weeks ago.
I think that it does more for Orton to win than it does for Brock. It doesn't matter if Brock wins. Ambrose and Ziggler for the title.
That one's tough, man. I honestly think Dolph's going to win this one. Call me
Oof.
crazy. But I think that he's been doing a lot of great work. He's laid down more than any person on that roster and on Raw's roster. I think it's time for him to punch his ticket, have a title reign for a change. It just sucks that it couldn't have been like I would have much rather him take the belt off of Rollins than
Oh yeah, same
in
here.
in a surprise than taking it off of Dean Ambrose. But right now, Dean's a weak champ, and he needs to still develop character-wise. I do
Wow.
think that there's going to be some tomfoolery in this match. I thought there was going to be tomfoolery in the Brock match with Bray coming out, but I think it's actually going to be in the title match, and then Dolph is going to win this one.
Oh, all right. I got Dolph. I said it earlier. I got Dolph losing and turning heel next week, saying people screw him over and do that whole thing. And then the final match, or what I assume is going to be the final match of the night, Balor and Rollins.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting match, to be honest with you. I mean, this is going to be the veiling of the WWE Universal Championship.
Oof.
So this is truly the start of a new legacy. This belt is starting fresh with the new legacy, and with that, you're going to have a brand new champion. So I do think that Finn Balor is going to actually win. I
Wow.
think that when he wins
A
it,
guy that you said earlier is fifth or sixth down the line that's on being over is going to win?
they've got a lot of work. I mean, I'm not denying that they're going to have a lot of work from a character perspective, but I think that Brooklyn's going to set the pace for the rest of the year in terms of crowds being in on Finn Balor. They're going to like to see this entrance. They're going to want to see him more going. They're going to accept him more as a champion because he has a gimmick that they can get behind. It is going to be interesting, though, because I don't see him being a face champion, at least not after 2 or 3 months. I think that when we start getting into Survivor Series, that you're going to have to turn this guy heel.
Balor.
You've got the Bullet Club here.
Mhm.
So it will be interesting if they do it that way. And then we finally get a face Rollins, which we've all been wanting. So
Yeah. No, I don't have Balor yet. Not yet. I think he'll put up a good match, but it's weird that I don't know, because I don't see the Demon King coming out and losing. The Demon, like the Demon's not going to lose that often. I just don't know if he's going to. But you're right. Maybe it's a new Universal thing, but I'm still going to. No, you know what? I'll switch it. I'll go to Balor because Rollins could do his own thing. He'll be fine on his own. So, well, good, man. I think we're pretty much right at our time. Did you want to give any shout outs or anything like that, or just pretty much my regards? Just hey, follow me on Twitter. Talk to me. I actually talk back at Real Ben Goosen, RealBenGoosen. There's no spaces or anything like that. It's at Real Ben Goosen. You'll see a pic of me up there. But hit me up. My follower count sucks. because I guess I just tweet out stuff and don't really have any regard for what people write right on my feed or whatever. But yeah, go ahead and hit me up. I just want to see what people think. It's more. I just want to know what people think about wrestling in general because I'm a fan.
Yeah, and you guys can find me at Sage the Mark, just like it sounds, Sage the Spice, SAGE the Mark on Twitter. Real WrestleCast is our Twitter for the podcast itself. So please be sure to follow, engage, ask questions, like, follow, share this out. Let us know what you guys think. We're going to start doing this more on a weekly basis, tentatively Wednesday or Thursday, but look at Twitter because we'll have that all posted there. So we appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you so
No, go
much
check
for
out
the
our
support
YouTube
and love. We
Check out the
appreciate
YouTube
it.
channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment, all that wonderful stuff. But yeah, just like Mark said, we're going to be coming at you. It's going to be either Wednesday or Thursday nights, but we'll hit you up on Twitter, let you know when we go live so you can come in. We're official. It's kind of our grand opening next week. We promised each other week after SummerSlam when we're going to go live and be a bit more aggressive and letting everyone know the updates. And we've kind of tested out some kinks and stuff like that, and we feel like we're ready to go official, go live. So yeah, next week our first official show. We definitely want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and then we've got some plans. I think eventually we're gonna have one of our followers, as long as of course you're over 18. Give us a call, be a part of the show, a little guest spot. We're definitely open to guest spots on the show and stuff. So yeah, just hit us up, and I will, I guess, talk to you guys after SummerSlam.
Peace.
All right, like.